What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Barber Jase and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know it's been a while guys, I've been slacking with my uploads recently. I've been busy working on my new project actually, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And this weekend guys, I'll be at Salon International. I'll be there on a Sunday, so hopefully I'll catch some of you guys there. But let's jump straight into this week's video. I've got my client in the chair, he's going for a taper fade. Still having that length on the top, just needs a little neaten up on the top, and he wants a high taper fade. So we're going to take the taper up high, but we're going to still keep that weight on the sides so we can still push it back. So after wetting down the hair, we had to section it off, horseshoe section all the way around to separate the top and the sides. Using a few clips to keep the hair out of the way, and we're just going to do some cross graduation. This will create a weight line around the sides. This is kind of a guide for me. This is where my clipper work will stop and also where my scissor work will finish. So going around the head, pulling it straight out, and I think I'm taking off a good inch. Making sure it's all even around the sides. Using my comb to check the length as well to make sure both sides are balanced. So after that step, I'm gonna create a middle parting on the top, and I'm gonna connect the length from the top into my cross graduation. So after this, I can move straight onto the top to layer my hair, and the connection will already be done. So this is kind of like the connection step. Now just pulling vertical sections for my connection just to check if the shape is good. So now I'm going to section my profile line and I'm going to cut this into the desired length. Make sure the client's head is straight and you're pulling it straight up, and I'm just going to keep this profile line nice and square, which is going to mean the front is going to be slightly longer as the head starts to dip at the front. And a bit of advice, make sure you use the tips of your scissors to cut your layers, as you'll get a more precise finish and it will save your scissors from getting blunt. So now I'm cutting the right side of the profile line, filling it straight up and using the profile line which is around second knuckle of my fingers, and I'm just going to use that as a guide. Keeping my fingers straight, nice and square, cut to your guide. As you can see right there, I'm using my little finger pushing off the head to get a better tension. Nice clean section so you can see your guide, and that's the right side done. I'm going to move on to the left. This time the guide should be at the tip of my fingers. And now I'm going to cut the top, so I'm going to stand on the left side of the client and I'm going to cut towards the face, and this will allow me to control the shape of the back by pulling it slightly round and rounding my fingers as well. So I've got my Dyson hairdryer back, and after cutting the top I'm going to blow dry it into style, and it should sit nicely. If your work is on point, it should just flow back nicely. It's all connected, no disconnection, so it should sit nice and tight on the sides. So when blow drying the hair into style, I normally start with the sides, and then once the sides are pushed back, I start from the back where the crown is and I slowly work towards the fringe, and that is where I finish to create some volume. And now I'm ready for my clipper work. So starting off, I'm just using a number 3 to remove some bulk from the sides, and this should blend kinda into my cross graduation. You don't want to go higher than that though, you want to kind of blend it as much as you can into that weight. If there's a slight ridge, don't worry, you can use some clipper over comb or some scissor over comb to blend it in, but you don't want to remove that weight you created. So now doing a little bit of clipper over comb, using my 45-degree comb so I can still keep that weight on the sides, angling my comb out towards me slightly, and I'm just trying to blend the clipper work, the number 3, into the length on top. just removing the bulk. It doesn't have to be perfect, as I'm going to finish off with scissor over comb to smoothen it out. Now putting in my placement lines, going in with the babiness skeletons. As you can see, I'm taking it quite high at the front hairline and I'm dropping it to around the top of the ear. It's not going to have no boomerang shape up or any C cups at the front hairline. And at the back, I'm taking the placement line to around the bottom of the ear, in line with that. So once my placement lines are in, make sure they're balanced, and I'm going to fade each side out at a time before moving on. I like to do the two sides first and then finish the taper at the back. I feel like this is more efficient when doing a taper, as you don't need to keep walking around the head and you could just focus on one side before moving to the other side. But the only negative is that you're going to be going through your guards 3 times. But it's fine, that's a minor. So with this technique, I'm just going down with all my guards and finishing off with no guard 0.5, and I'm just going to slowly close that. So now starting the other side, starting off with the 1.5 guard. I think I blended that straight into the 3 by flicking out, and now using my 0.5 guard after the 1 guard. And as you can see, after this guard is almost faded out, I just need to use no guard 0.5 and slowly close that, and that should be the fade complete. It shouldn't take you long, as you're only fading literally 1 column. So I'm going to fade out the back. I'm going to do this slightly different. I'm going to create a 0.5 guideline and I'm going to put a 1 open guideline above that. Just touching up my 0.5 guideline to make sure it's cool. And now I'm using my 1.5 guard to blend 1 open into the sides. When fading the back out, I actually created myself a line and I had to take the fade higher. I don't know if it was with this guard or the 1 open. I think it was with this guard. On the right side, as I was fading it out, I took it slightly high and it created a line. But it's cool, if you make a mistake, as long as you know how to fix it, you're good. When this happened, my client doesn't know I messed it up. As you can see right here, look, the right side is slightly high. I had to go back to my previous guard and I had to take both sides up slightly higher. This is a very minor mistake. It's going to happen when you're cutting hair. Don't panic. Most of the time, 80% of the times, if you make a mistake, you can fix it. So don't make it look obvious if you've made a mistake. Otherwise, it's going to make the client feel uncomfortable. I make mistakes all the time, but the thing is, no one knows. So as long as you fix it and you learn from it, it's all good. You're going to make less mistakes in the future. So now going down to my guards, and I'm just going to finish off the blend using no guard halfway closed, and I'm going to slowly close that until that line is gone. And as you can see, the tape is looking clean, the mistake was fixed, the client doesn't know, everybody's happy. So now I'm going to do the outline, so just touching up that vertical bar very lightly, and I'm just going to go around the ears to shape it up. Doing a little bit of tapering with the comb at a 45 degrees angle, just to make them hairs sit a little bit tighter around the ears, and tapering will also make the outlines sharper and give longevity to your haircut as well. So the fade is done. I'm just going to finish off the blend with some foils just to give that taper an extra transition, and it will make the haircut last maybe a day or 2 longer. Now using a bit of scissor over comb to soften the blend. detailing the fade a little bit, and now I'm just dusting off the hair to soften it. The hair is sitting nicely, so I don't want to remove too much of that weight. Mainly at the back there is a little bit more weight, so scissor over comb, and also I'm going to texturize and remove some weight from the back. So now I'm just going to texturize some of that weight at the back, as I still like that length, but I just want to remove some weight. You can use your thinning scissors, but I prefer to use my scissors and to texturize it, as it gives me more control. But that is it. I'm just going to clean up the tash and the goatee, and basically that is the haircut done. I'm going to style it with a bit of American Crew fiber cream. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, but make sure you like, comment down below guys, tell me what you guys think, and also hit that notification bell. Do any of that and that should help the channel grow. I appreciate all of you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to find some of you guys in Salon International this Sunday on the 17th of October at London XL. But that was the before. He was looking rough, the hair was way overgrown, it was starting to lose shape, and boom, that is the after guys. But stay fresh, stay faded, stay blessed. It's your boy Barber Jase. Peace.